Good evening, everybody. It's time for CAPI Live. I apologize for my tardiness. We will let everybody get on. Hope everybody's having an amazing weekend. Paramama's in the background. Hello, Paramama.
Oh, I need to blur out the screen.
Hmm?
Need to blur out the background.
Blur out the background. Hey, Cora. There's John. Hey, John. We've got Cora. We got John. Who else is on? If you're on, please. I think we could do without this. Yeah, that's much better. But now I look like I got beat up again. This monitor always makes me look like I beat up. This camera does. Do you see that? See all the redness in my black eyes? It's crazy. Be right back. Going to share. Okay, John. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, remember say hello to me in the comments so I'll know you're here. It doesn't tell me who's here. It just tells me the number. And that way I can give you a shout out. Let's wait for everybody to get in. Y'all say hey in the comments so I'll know who all's here. And once we get a few more in, we'll go ahead and get started. I apologize for my tardiness. I actually did not know that it was 9 o'clock. I didn't realize that it was 9 o'clock. But it was. Hey, Michelle. Michelle Heron. Everybody say hey to Paramama in the background. See Paramama right there? Paramama. She's doing taxes. I'll let everybody get in and then we will get started. I hope everybody had an amazing week. I had a pretty good week. I worked a lot. So that was my thing was I worked a whole bunch. Maria Carwell. Isn't that your sister?
It should be Cottrell.
Huh?
Should be Cottrell.
It says Carwell. Is that your sister, Maria Carwell?
Yeah, I don't know why she'd be logging in up under that one.
Hey, Maria. Hey, Insane Disappearances. How's it going? Are you leaving us?
Hmm?
Are you leaving us?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if I have a call.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You won't be able to, I won't be able to be quiet. Oh, it's Roy. Hey, Roy.
Oh.
Let's get everybody in and we will get started. Where is all the team?
Oh.
We're losing Paramama. Bye.
Bye.
Um, yeah, my week was full of work and pretty much nothing else. That's all I did was work, and I worked a lot. I've been working a lot here lately, so I'm a workaholic. I do that a lot, but I enjoy it. I know the feeling. Yep, it's the only way they'll pay us. I can't get them to pay me to sit at home. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. To get them to give me a check to stay at home. I can't get a crazy check. I think I'm beyond their crazy. They didn't say you're not crazy enough. They said you're too crazy. So I guess I'll just have to work. I haven't been feeling well today. I was asleep most of the day. I slept a lot of yesterday. Not yesterday, this morning. Yesterday, I worked and I also went to a case study where we go over evidence. And it was an amazing case study, too. We got a lot of evidence off of this one investigation. Rest is good for the body. I agree. Yes, it is. Very good for the body. I just don't get enough of it. But we will get started as soon as everybody gets in. Let me get my list popped up here. There we go. Oop, don't need that. There we go. The smiley face. Um, if y'all saw in the comments, it said let's talk paranormal. So that's what we're going to do tonight. I've put the demon on hold, the demonology discussion we were doing. I've put that on hold because I'm awaiting some research material to come in. I've ordered some research material. I'm awaiting that to arrive. So I've put that on hold. But hey, emo girl. So we are going to talk paranormal tonight. We're going to ask questions and just have a good time, as always. Let's see, we got 6 people in. Let's go ahead and get started, guys. Like I said, I haven't felt well today. I've had a stomach issue all day. So I'm not going to keep you guys real late tonight. We're going to try to keep it within the hour. Of course, that never happens. Y'all know that because I run my mouth too much. But we'll go ahead and get started. Let's start out with a prayer list. Um, I've got 2 unspoken requests. Wait a minute, is John back? John, are you back? Let's get John in here. Make sure he's back for the prayer list because he's the one that keeps track of it. Yep, he's here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's go ahead and get started. As you guys always know, we always start the show off with a prayer list. Um, what you do is if you want to, you can put over here in the comments, you can put your prayer request. Um, and if you don't want to write your prayer request in the comments, if you don't want to be that bold about it, then you can also email John. He'll be popping his email up there any minute now. Um, you can email him and give him your prayer request. See, told you. I'm surprised he didn't do it before I said that, but he may have because of the lag. But he um, he does keep track of all of our prayer list. He's going to start. He's actually starting a prayer list chat very soon, to where we're going to list all the requests and all that kind of stuff. So um, I have 2 unspoken prayer requests. Um, let's continue to keep Josh and Kim in our prayers. Josh and Kim that are on our team. Let's continue to keep them in our prayers. They did lose a good friend um, last week. We talked about that a little bit on the show last week. So let's continue to keep them in our prayers as well, as they continue to mourn the loss of their good friend. Of course, we always pop Joey and Stephanie up there and the girls. Please keep them in your prayers. They are doing great. They're doing really good. We spent a lot of time with them this weekend and out at their ranch, and it was a great time. We went over a lot of evidence from previous investigations. Got some really great evidence, some stuff that that we get to share with you guys soon. Of course, we have to speak with the client first and give it to them first. But got some really great EVPs, some orbs. We got something that distorted our cameras and even changed the time on the cameras. That's crazy. But yeah, we got to spend a lot of time with Stephanie and Joey. They're doing really great. Let's continue to keep them in our prayers as well. Also, Beth and Tom, keep them in our prayers as well, please. Beth is still dealing with the same stuff I'm dealing with as far as breathing issues go. That's never any fun. Anybody that has any type of breathing issues, you know that is not great at all. That's pretty scary and pretty horrible. Um, Keep John and Michelle and Allie in your prayers. Um, they're doing really great as well. They have settled in with John's mom since the fire, but they're still dealing with that stuff. Stuff like that with the death of a friend or losing everything in a disaster or a fire or something like that. That stuff doesn't go away in a day. I mean, that's the stuff you deal with for a long period. So they continue to need your prayers. Keep me in your prayers too, because I'm still dealing with my breathing issues. Today was a rough day. I had a pretty good weekend. A little bit last week was kind of rough, but today was pretty rough. Today was pretty rough. I had some sort of stomach issue going on, or I have some sort of stomach issue going on top of that. Continue. I want to place Patsy Curley on the prayer list. Patsy Curley on the prayer list. John, that last name spelling is actually Kearley. It looks like Kearley, Kearley, but it's Curley. Let's place her on our prayer list. She's still dealing with a lot of medical issues. Um, we have a client in the Burnsville, Selma area by the name of Brewer. It's the Brewer family. They're uh, dealing with the uh, the mother of that family, the mother of the Brewers, has just been diagnosed with dementia. So let's keep them in our prayers. Excuse me. Anybody that's ever had to go through that, you know how horrible that is. And I see y'all popping stuff up. I'm gonna get to it. Um, if you've ever had to deal with dementia in your family or Alzheimer's or anything like that, you know how horrible that is. Just the watching that steady decline. It's a horrible thing to have to go through. So let's keep that family in our prayers. It doesn't just affect the person that has it, but it also affects their family in a very emotional and mental way. So keep them in your prayers. That's the Brewer family, Brewer, Brewer family. Also, this week I met an amazing family. Uh, it's the Blanco family, Blanco. Um, they have a son who is very young. His name is Ethan Blanco. I want to put him on our prayer list. He's just been diagnosed with leukemia. Again, if you've ever had to deal with that in your family or in your life with a friend or whatever, I've unfortunately had to deal with that in my family and with a friend. Whenever I was very young, I had a very good friend that had leukemia, and we had to watch him just whittle away. Um, but just like anything else, cancer is not a death sentence. Um, there's a bunch of people walking around right now, some of them very dear to me, that have beaten that. So we're going to declare Ethan Blanco will beat that and be cancer free. So let's add him to our prayer list as well. Let's see. Michelle Heron says, my mom is having gallbladder issues and my dad is recovering from shoulder surgery. I'm glad you put that up there because also, let me go back real quick and then I'll come back to that with Stephanie and Joey. Joey this Wednesday, Joey is going under the knife. He's got a really bad tear in his shoulder. It was work related. He was at work and he's told me, but I don't remember exactly what he was doing. And it doesn't matter what he was doing, but he was at work and he injured himself very severely to where he's going to have shoulder surgery to repair all the damage to the ligaments and tendons and everything. So keep him in your prayers. Also, keep Michelle Heron's mom with the gallbladder issues and her dad recovering from shoulder surgery. That is nothing nice, guys. I've had surgery done on my shoulders, on my elbows, on my arms, on my hands, on my legs, on my head. I've had surgery done on a lot of stuff. Um, Upper respiratory surgery. I've had a bunch of surgeries, a whole bunch of surgeries. Um, but that's nothing nice to deal with. Um, my mom is starting to have breathing issue. Insane disappearances. Mom, let's keep her on your prayer list. She's starting to have breathing issues. That is nothing. Unless you experience it, you just don't know. Breathing is something we take for granted because we don't have to do it by ourselves. Our body just automatically does it. Yeah, we can hold our breath, but we don't have to think about it. Thank God, because if I had to think about it and remember to inflate, deflate, I would be dead a long time ago. I promise you. So, yeah, breathing issues is horrible. It's very scary. Let's see. Paramimi, Mimi. Oh, John's mom, Paramimi, is in. She's traveling to Galveston, Texas. Her and her brother are going to Texas. So yeah, let's keep Paramimi in our prayers, is to have safe travels and to have a blast. Just have a great time there in Galveston. I've been to Galveston. It's an amazing town. It's a great place to go to. Texas has got a lot of great places. San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, Galveston, Austin. Um, I used to work for a company that was based in Texas, so I've been all over. It's natural, the breathing, that is. Yeah, it's natural. We don't have to worry about it. But when it starts messing up to where we do have to worry about it, it's nothing nice. So um, that's all I have for the prayer list. If you guys have anything else, remember you can pop it up there. We have, no matter what time, where we're at in the show, if you pop it up there, if I don't see it, holler at John. He'll holler at me, or John will probably holler at me without you hollering at him. But yeah, just pop it up there. And if you don't, once again, John put his email up there. It's jbowen.cappy@gmail.com. jbowen.cappy@gmail.com. Um, if you don't want to put it up there, just email John. I promise you, we do pray about our prayer on our prayer list. We do add those to our prayer list. Emo girl, thank you so much. How did I forget Preston? I have such a horrible memory. Preston's my bud. Yes, continue prayers for Preston. He's been on our prayer list for a long time. Um, Preston is still dealing with heart issues. Um, and just like I've said before, we are going to declare that as healed, not doing better or not having to have surgery or any of that stuff. We're going to declare that as healed. We want Preston. Preston's very young. Preston shouldn't be dealing with stuff that he's dealing with right now. Hey, Morgan. So we want to obliterate that. We want to get rid of that. So let's add Preston to our prayers as well. Holy crap! Hey, Morgan. Morgan, I almost came to your house the other day. I was in Fayette the other day, and um, seems to be okay today. Awesome, 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 awesome. I like it when he has good days. We were supposed to get together with Emo and Preston this weekend, but it didn't work out. I've got you, Lydia. Yeah, you know John's got it. Even if I forget it, he's got it. I promise you. He's been on our list for a while though. So, and once you go on our list, you stay on our list. We just keep praying for you. Even if people say, "Hey, thank you for the prayers. All is well now. We're doing good." We're not going to stop praying. We keep praying for you. We just keep on praying. So, because that's the best defense that we have against hardships and health and whatever. You should have stopped. I wanted to. I really did. I was kind of pressed for time. And I knew if I did that you wouldn't shut up. I knew. because I know you, Morgan, and I know that you would not shut up talking, and I wouldn't either, because we're talkers, you and I. We are big, big talkers. You was off Friday, man. I should have come by there, but yeah, we're big talkers, and I know that we would have just talked and talked and talked. I was pressed for time. I wanted to come by. I really did. I thought about you. I was sitting at the Walmart in oh, I can't even remember the name of the town now. Hmm. Yeah, I can't remember the name of that little Walmart there. I was sitting there and about to had gotten gas there, and I said, "I'll run by and see Morgan and them." And it was kind of late, so I was like, "Nah." You could have ate some of Morgan's delicious cooking. I'm a talker too. Are you insane? I am too. Not what I currently had fixed. Oh, is that Walmart in Fayette? Okay. To me, it seemed like it was. I think what it was is because where I was at and my last two stops, which were in Fayette, were a long way from that. So Fayette's like one of those little country towns that you could be 15, 20 miles from Fayette and you still have a Fayette address. So yeah, I should have stopped. I really, next time I'm over that way, I will. I really will. Um, uh, but I did think about you. And so I'm glad you came on tonight. Kind of on the outskirts of town. Yeah, it really is. But how far are you from that Walmart, Morgan? How far in minutes are you from that Walmart? You're gonna say like 5 minutes, and it's gonna piss me off. I was like, man, I should have went. I really did think about coming over and seeing you, but I was like, yeah, it's getting kind of late, and 3 miles. See, I knew it's like 5 minutes from there. I could have just popped over there real quick and just said hi. I hadn't seen you guys in a long time. Sure hadn't. So yeah, I should have done that. Excuse me. But yeah, that's it for that. Upcoming events, guys, do not forget about CAPI Camp. We have CAPI Camp coming up. It is going to be in May, around the first to the middle of May. Um, we still hadn't buttoned down a date yet, but we will be telling you guys in plenty of time. I promise you. Um, we'll be telling y'all in where we're going, and John's actually working on a site. I'm not going to say what it is yet, just like I said last week, because it's not a done deal yet. It's somewhere we've been wanting to go for a long time, but he's working on that site. If we get that, we'll probably go there because we've been wanting to go there for a long time. But if not, if he doesn't iron that out and get that happening for us by May, then we'll probably um, go to Payne Lake, which is northwest Alabama, up close to Bankhead. So that's probably where we'll go. Um, I think Payne Lake is part of Bankhead, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that. I'll have to ask Polo Bear. That's his stomping grounds. But what I had fixed at the time had tomatoes in it. Oh, okay. Johnny can't have tomatoes, tomato based product. Morgan is so smart. She's got a memory. That's pretty. We hadn't seen each other in a long, long time, and she remembered that. Yep, I'm known by two things: my Diet Cokes, and uh, I can't have tomatoes. I love tomatoes. Tomatoes is one of my favorite things in the world. It's my favorite fruit. Is a tomato, without a doubt. It's my favorite beyond compare. Tomato is my favorite fruit, but I can't have them. I'm super allergic. So I can have some tomato based products though. I can eat tomato paste. I can eat tomato sauce. I can eat ketchup, but I can't have tomatoes like whole, like chunks or whole raw or cooked tomatoes. Hey, Susie Q, I'm glad you called us too. I make it a rule to know food stuff people can or cannot have. That's not a bad idea. She's really good with food allergies. That's awesome. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. My family's really good about it too. But I'm known about that and my Diet Cokes. I drink Diet Cokes like crazy. I love them. Speaking of, you guys have got to find me something to drink. They're phasing Diet Cokes out. Diet Cokes are going bye bye. I've drink Diet Coke since 1982 when they first came out, and that's all I drink is Diet Cokes. Um, so you guys help me out. I got to find me something to drink. Do not say Coke Zero. That is the nastiest crap on the face of Earth. It really is. So don't say that Coke Zero. That's what's supposed to be taking Diet Coke's place. From what I understand, it's phasing it out spring of 24. They're getting rid of it. So y'all got to help me find something to drink. It's probably going to be sweet tea. I think that's where I'm going. I heard tomatoes are bad for arthritis, but I'm obsessed with them anyway. I can eat them like an. I used to do that, Susie Q. I used to eat tomatoes. I'd go out into the. I spent a lot of time on a farm with my grandparents, and that was one of my favorite things to do in the morning in the summertime was to go out there and pick a tomato right off the vine and rub it on my shirt just like an apple and just eat it up. It's my favorite fruit. It is amazing. There's nothing better than a cool tomato on a hot day. It's just like watermelon to me. I love it. I really do. It is so delicious. But I can't have it. The last time I ate a raw tomato, chunked or whole tomato, I was in the hospital for a while, and it got kind of touch and go there for a little while. So yeah, it's not a good thing for me to eat. If I eat just like a bite of it or something, I get really sick. But if I eat like a bunch of it, I can have a really bad reaction. So half my family is diabetic, the other half has allergies. Yeah, we have a lot of allergies in our family too. I don't have a whole bunch of allergies. I'm allergic to tomatoes and bee stings. That's it. I'm allergic to peanuts, eggs, and bananas. Bless your heart, Michelle. My wife can't eat peanuts either. She's not allergic, but I guess she would be allergic because it messes her stomach up really, really bad. So I guess she is allergic. I was allergic to green peppers. Oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine. Insane. Oh, I have 4 types of arthritis. Tomatoes don't affect me at all. I can't have red or white potatoes or white rice. Good Lord. I That's another thing I don't think I could live without is potatoes. Potatoes is one of my favorite food groups because you can do so much with them. Mashed, fried, uh, just curlies. I mean, there's so much you can do. I even eat them raw. I love raw tomato or potato. I love raw potato. When I do steak fries and I'm cutting them up, I'll sit there while I'm cutting up the steak fries. I'll sit there and eat the potato. And I make a mean, and I mean a mean red skin potato, mashed potato. I really do. People that my family know when we have get-togethers and everything, that's what everybody always says is bring the red skin potatoes. When I almost ate an entire pizza pie, apparently there were too many green peppers on it. Bless your heart. Oh, I love green peppers too. Peanuts in general, nut allergy, almonds, cashews, Watts. Oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine. I miss my nuts. That's not That's not what I was saying. I don't miss those. They're there. I haven't lost them. I miss eating. There's no good way to climb out of that hole, is there? There's just no way. You can't come out of that one. But I can't eat peanuts and allergies or allergies. I can't eat allergies either, but I can't eat peanuts and almonds and cashews and walnuts and cashews is my favorite thing when it comes to them. Just let it go. I know. It went way too far. but but that's because I don't have any top teeth. I had to get all my top teeth taken out. But and then I got dentures, and then I lost them. Crazy, I know. So, but I'm getting more. But why do I feel like you were looking right at me and saying that? Don't say. Talk food on Cappy Live, right? Let's talk food. Hey, we always say bring it. Whatever you want to talk about, we'll talk about it. But yeah, allergies suck. They get in the way. They get in the way a lot. The immediate realization on your face. I know, right? As soon as it came out, I was like, yeah, I'm stuck. I can't come out of that. And I started to, but I couldn't. I saw the second time around, I saw it before I said it. And it said, yeah, you're going to dig that hole even deeper. So let it go. Just let it go. Susie Q gave the best advice. Just let it go. But like he was looking directly at me, didn't it? Too funny. Okay, so yeah, CAPI camp is coming up. Um, uh, in May. So you guys plan for that. I promise you, John and I are going to get together. He and I work so much, y'all. And we just don't get the time that we used to have together. I saw him last night for the first time in a minute, and I dove on him. And I don't mean that as in hypothetically, hey, buddy, how's it going? Literally, I dove onto John. Ask him, he'll tell you. When I saw him, he was sitting down, and I just dove and got my loves. Michelle made homemade Alfredo last night, and it was incredible. Oh my God, y'all. John's Michelle can cook. So far, my favorite thing that she's done that I've had has been her guacamole. Oh my God, it is so good. A full-on flying body block. Yep. I like my feet left the ground and I landed onto John. The best and only way to hug John. Yep, I agree. That is the best and only way to hug John. Just dive right in. He's a great hugger too. I've like I said, I hadn't seen him because his work has kept him away whenever I could be there, and it sucked, man. Um, I made broccoli Alfredo Friday night. Cool, cool. I do too. I love Alfredo. I love it. Well, I mean that's the Italian side of me. I have to love Alfredo. You're making me hungry. I know I'm getting hungry too, man. I have to go in there and get me something to eat when I get done. Not an avocado fan? Really insane? Oh my gosh. Maybe just haven't had it the right way yet. I love avocados like in a salad, just cut up in a salad too. And there's a Mexican restaurant that we go to that the plate that I get is a huge plate. I can't. I think it's called pastori or something like that, but it's a huge plate and it's uh they cut up, they grill avocados and then slice them up and put it on top of the salad or the not salad but the plate, and they're just amazing. One of my boys asked for chicken Alfredo. I didn't have the chicken, but I had broccoli. Yeah, I like broccoli in my chicken Alfredo. So yeah, I'm not a guacamole person, but my old boss and his wife taught me how to make it full Mexican style. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. True, Lydia. What was true? Oh, that's the best way to hug John. Yep, I agree. I want to make bacon wrap jalapeno poppers filled with cream cheese, but no one eats that but me. I love. Do you guys have you ever heard of Texas Twinkies? If y'all haven't had that, contact me and I'll send you the recipe. Dear God, it is amazing. You get the big giant jalapenos, cut them, strip them. Um, if you want it, um, you could do one of two things whenever you're after you cut. You can either take out the seeds and leave the veins if you want them spicy, or you can take out the veins. I personally like to take out the veins because to me, the and it's not because it's hot either, because I like hot stuff. But it's to me the veins give it a bit of a sour aftertaste. I don't like the veins in my jalapeno, so I always take them out. But anyway, you take that out. You do rotisserie chicken, shred it, put on, oh my gosh, a bunch of stuff: cream cheese, some spices, buffalo sauce, buffalo wing sauce, some peppers, and you go crazy as far as how hot you want them to be. But then you stuff all that in there and you close it up and then wrap it with bacon and grill it. And it's amazing. But if y'all want the recipe, let me know. I'll send it out to you. I'm gonna make those soon. But they are making, oh my god, they're so good. Texas Twinkies, they're amazing. If y'all haven't had them, let me know. My dad taught Michelle how to make guacamole. Well, he taught her good because that's the best guacamole I've ever had. Last night I made some chops this afternoon. One of my 8-year-old sons was ripping into them. Yeah, I always loved it when we had pork chops because the next day I would go in there and grab me a bottle of ketchup and go to town. I'll have to make you my homemade Hawaiian pizza. I like Hawaiian pizza. I love Hawaiian pizza. That sounds amazing, don't they, Susie Q? They are crazy good. But you have to make a bunch of them, even if you don't have a bunch of people eating, because once you eat one, you're gonna want another one, and then once you eat two, you're gonna want another one, and then once you eat three, you're gonna want another one. I promise you, they are amazing. And there's a little trick to doing the peppers where you smoke them so that they'll loosen up for you. Oh, she uses fresh pineapple, not the canned stuff. It's fresh. It's delicious. Awesome. 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 I use fresh pineapple and roast it with the ham. Nice. I love that. This is a paranormal show and we're talking about food halfway into the show. Hey, you guys bring it. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. Um, I make the best chili. I make an amazing chili, but I don't know how to make it for normal people. I make ARC chili, which is called ass ripping chili. It's very hot and very delicious. I love Hawaiian pizza too. I love Hawaii. I love Hawaii too. I want to go. How about Emo's Cowboy Candy? Oh, dear Lord. Yes, John. Emo girl makes some cowboy candy that'll make you slap your mama. I ain't playing. It's so good. Anything that emo girl makes, she puts her foot off in it. I promise you. You can literally taste the cooking passion. You really can when she makes stuff. Well, delicious foods, paranormal. It's not every day that you experience, right? ARC. Yep, ass ripping chili. It's delicious. Sometimes food comes back to haunt you. So there's a paranormal aspect. You're right, Michelle, here. And oh my gosh, you're absolutely right. Sometimes it does come back to haunt us. It certainly does. Paranormal food. There'll be more coming. I hope so. Emo girl, y'all. She makes some pickles. Oh, Lord have mercy. She made me a jar of pepper jelly, a couple of different kinds of pepper jelly, a mild and a hot. And I went through that stuff like knife through butter, hot knife through butter. I got to get some more from her. But she also made some bread and butter pickles for me. Y'all, I sat there and ate them out of the jar with a fork. Lord have mercy. Michelle hates my homemade remedies. We really need to do that cookbook. We really do, John. We need to put together a CAPI cookbook. I've been to Hawaii 5 times, experienced one of their paranormal legends, the Night Marchers. Oh, I'm so jealous. We were talking about that last night. We're going to do a cruise in a couple of years, but we're going to Alaska. I started to say Alaska. We're going to Alaska, but after that, I think my next cruise after that, I want to do a Hawaiian cruise. They may work, but they taste nasty. I've been working on a cookbook actually. That's awesome, Emo Girl. I would definitely buy your cookbook without a doubt. Homemade recipes written down. Cool. By the way, we made you get into the. By the way, what made you get into the paranormal? Boom! Just right out of the blue, popped a paranormal question in there. It was food, Susie Q. Food made me get into the paranormal. It's just I don't know. It's just food. No, I'm just kidding. He's been into it since he was a child. Yep, he has been into it since he was a child. I was 8 years old when I had my first paranormal experience. I do not talk about that. That's mine. Um, but I did have something happen that, without a doubt, showed me that there was, um, for sure, yep, that there was something there, that it was real, without a shadow of a doubt. And it just keyed my interest big time. I was always that kid that wanted to know everything. I wanted to know all the logic behind stuff. When I was told to do something, I would not question doing it, because that's why you get your butt whooped back in the day. Y'all kids don't today don't know about that, but I promise you, back in the day, just saying why or something like that would get your teeth knocked out. I got many a backhands, but I didn't question it or not do it. But I always wanted to know the reasoning behind it, so I would go do it and then I would ask questions. But something happened, and I was just hooked. Um, I wanted to know everything there was to know about the paranormal. I wanted to study everything I could. And between the ages of 8 and 16, that's what I did. I studied it and studied it and studied it. And when I turned 16, I started investigating. By the time I was 21, um, I was taking courses and learning new stuff, and had got my psychology degree, and just I wanted everything there was to to know about the parapsychology. I wanted to do that. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. I hate when people cough on a live. You can hear the drums of the night marches between midnight and 4 a.m. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I want to go there. There's a bunch of paranormal reasons why I want to go to Hawaii. I want to go for at least a week, so that I can. I don't care about snorkeling, the blues, or volcano tours and helicopters, or surfing, or any of that stuff. I want to go do the paranormal in Hawaii. It's been a dream of mine. So I will do that before I die, unless I die in the next few years. Then I won't do it. I'll do it, but I'll do it as a ghost. Hey, that'd be cool. I'm totally haunting Hawaii when I die. Totally. I was very young too. Cool. That's awesome. I believe wholeheartedly. So many people don't. I guess it's just something you have to experience for yourself. It really is. People ask me in the paranormal, because I've been doing it for so long, 40, I think this year is 43 years. Um, they ask me all the time about ufology and yetis and stuff like that, and I always say the same thing. I'm like, I'm not against any of that stuff. I've just never experienced anything. That I have had a Bigfoot experience, but I don't know if that's what it was. It could have been a dream. um, but I've never had anything that is just in your face, logically blatant proof like I have with the afterlife. So that's what CAPI does. Is we do we are a paranormal team, and people all the time want to know why we don't do everything in the paranormal, because the paranormal is not just ghosts. I hope y'all know that it is a wide array of stuff. Um, when you go to start studying parapsychology, you don't get to just stay on hauntings. Unfortunately, as a matter of fact, hauntings is a very small part of it. Um, you do a lot of stuff that I really hated doing, especially when it started to get into their psychic abilities and all that bull crap. I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to say bull crap when it comes to psychic abilities. I have to say bullshit. Yeah, it's just straight up bullshit. Caca del Toro. Um, but that's part of it. So, but yeah, that's and people ask me about uh, UFOs and ufology all the time, and I'm saying I'll always say the same thing. I've never experienced anything that would tell me that. I have seen UFOs, because anytime you see an object flying through the air that you don't know what it is, it's a UFO. But I always say that's a lot of wasted space if there are not any out there. But the Pentagon is starting here lately to talk about it quite a bit, and they're even saying that they think that they have intercepted communications between pods and motherships. So, okay. Indeed. So, yep. Miami is the best part of Honolulu where it happens. Yeah. You have a state you want to haunt. I have a list of people I'm going to haunt. That's too funny. Paranormal is a wide range. I'm bound by contract to haunt my team. I have to come and give them evidence. So when you join the paranormal team, and you die, you have to come back and haunt your team. And I always said that no one's ever done it before, but I think someone has. I think my professor actually came back, but I don't know that for sure. But I think it was him. Paranormal is a wide range of experiences that are considered abnormal to what's considered normal. Yep. I already know you're going to haunt me, Morgan. I have the Yahtzee game all set up and ready for it. Too funny. Oh, I have seen plenty of UFOs, my friend. I have too. I've seen a bunch of aircraft or of some sort that I didn't know what it is. So anything's a UFO if it's an unidentified flying object. But I've never seen anything that would tell me that there are um, extraterrestrial life that we don't know about. And until I do, then we won't dwell into that. Doesn't mean we can't talk about it though. I have studied it quite a bit. I got all that. I love open-minded people. We definitely do not know it all. Amen, Susie Q. That is amen. That's one thing about the paranormal. I tell people all the time. They're like, "Man, you know everything there is to know about the paranormal, don't you?" I'm like, "No, I will never say that." There are some people out there that do claim they know it all. There are. They really are. There's some colleagues of mine that claim or insist that they know everything there is to know about it, but you don't, and nobody does. It's one of the first things we say in our class. John will contest to this. Is one of the very first things that we say in our paranormal class, hauntings 101, is there's no perfect way to do this because we don't know what the perfect way is to do this. Well, there's so much we don't know about the afterlife. The only way to get it down pat to where you know everything is to die, go take notes, come back, and then tell everybody. But nobody will do that for some reason. But my dream when it comes to paranormal investigations and hauntings is to interview a ghost, interview an entity, just sit down with them and just have a conversation. Um, that would be my dream. Um, I love catching them on film. I love getting disembodied voices. We got some of those last night. We we've I've gotten full body images. I've seen spirits. I've talked to spirits. They've talked to me. One tried to fight me, um, but I just want to sit down with one for about an hour. I say an hour, but it would be many hours. I promise you. I mean, where they're going, what do they got to do? you know. Uh, but that would be my dream is to uh, sit down and just do an interview with an entity. I have a picture of a UFO that James Spann couldn't help me figure out. That's cool. I think I remember you showing me that. Is that the one I'm thinking? Oh no, I think that was the clouds. I don't remember. I love open. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, open minded. You better be open minded if you're in the paranormal. Yahtzee's Michelle's in my game. I'm completely jokey. I'm gonna die before we wish a game, and my ghost will continue with it. Too funny. There have been reports of ghosts playing chess, so I could see that you could continue with a Yahtzee game. That's not too unbelievable because there have been reports of spirits playing chess. There's no way to know it all. Yep. 4th of July was the best because it was right over my head moving through the clouds and had an Independence Day effect to it too. Cool. Call Zach back. Oh, you said that when I said nobody knows it all. Yeah, Zach knows everything there is to know about the paranormal. I bow to Zach back. I can't even say that with a straight face. I'm gonna like up Chuck or something. I bow to Zach Baggins' immense knowledge and expertise in the paranormal field. He's the man. Zach Baggins is the man. I hope y'all know that that is utter and complete caca de toro. I hope y'all know that. Please know that because he is the biggest joke in the paranormal field. Oh, and he's got a guy that's coming out. Did y'all see that? Zach Baggins has a guy. I can't remember his name. It's a little short, skinny guy that had the beard, the balding guy. Oh man, what was his name? I can't remember his name now. I didn't ever watch the. I've never watched a complete show, but from the story I read, I remember this guy's name. But I mean, I don't remember his name. That's the problem. But yeah, look that up. Just Google that, somebody, if you want to. But yeah, he's got a guy that's going to be coming out, and saying how fake everything is. So that's pretty cool. His shows are entertaining. Not for me, they're not insane. His shows are insulting to me. It's a bad black eye on the paranormal. That POS has done more um, uh, damage to the paranormal than psychics alone. I love a spirit box. Eh, as entertaining as watching a root canal, right, John? Nick Groff. That's right. Thank you, Michelle. That's who it is. Nick Groff. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, he's supposed to be. He may have already done it, but he was supposed to be doing an interview where he's going to expose. He said he's going to expose a lot of stuff. And Johnny Head starts spinning around and spewing pea soup. Right. A full-bodied one stared at me in the face during a Super Bowl party I was hosting. I was the only one that saw her. Dang, insane. Yep, Nick. Yeah, that's who it was. Nick Dakota Lading is also coming out with stuff. Oh, really? I don't know who Dakota Lading is. Y'all see how I played that off? Like, oh, really? Dakota Lading's coming out with some stuff? Oh, I got to watch that. Yeah, I got to see that. I don't have a working clue. I don't watch him anymore, though. I never watched him to begin with. I've never seen a full show, ever. I watched 10 minutes of the first show I saw when in his first season, and I was like, yeah, no, click. I always tell people if it's on TV, it's fake. If it's on TV, it is fake. Wrong Dakota. Wrong Dakota. It's not Dakota Layden. I got to see that. Yeah, if it's on TV, it's pretty much fake. He was the camera guy on Ghost Adventures for a while. Who, Dakota Layden? Actually, that's who I'm thinking of, not the Nick guy. That's the one I was talking about, I think, because he was a camera guy. Not your Dakota. Oh, yeah, it's definitely not my Dakota, thank God. She don't have anything to do with that crap. Remember that clip on YouTube where the whole team scared themselves in the cemetery over a pig or a dog? Yeah. Hey, y'all, we went to a site. I can talk about this. We went to a site. We had a client that had first called Ghost Adventures, and they were supposed to be doing an episode out there here in Alabama. It was up north Alabama. We went and investigated there. I think we got some evidence too, some pretty good stuff. But we went there, and the people told us that the crew, Zach and his crew, came there to do the investigation at this site. It was an outdoor site, and said that they were all pumped up to do the show and ready to do the show, and everything was good, and everybody was looking forward to it. And so they got back there. They was back there for about 5 minutes. They heard screaming, doors closing, and then skidding tires, and said that they were on two wheels, two tires coming out of the driveway, and just hightailed it out of there. So they screamed like little girls, jumped in their van, and took off. And we were there for hours, and we never seen anything that would make us. Of course, it would. Believe me, it would take a lot to get us to run screaming. It really would. I don't know. There's maybe a couple people on the team. No, I don't think anybody on our team would do that. I don't think anybody on our team would get so scared that they would want it, because they're all so passionate about wanting evidence and stuff. So I think they would probably. John, is there anybody on our team that would, if something big happened? I don't think there is. Trouble Mouse has said before that she would freak out if something big happened, but I don't think she would. I really don't. I don't think. No, yeah, I don't think there is either. I don't think there's anybody on our team. I have had people on my team before that I respect to this day in the paranormal field that would probably run screaming if something big happened. That's when you get the best evidence. Not really the best evidence, but best personal experiences, definitely. Best personal experiences without a doubt. But yeah, I don't think I have anybody on the team now that would run screaming. I think I have some people on the team that would say they would, but I don't think they would. I know I wouldn't. I'd be happy. I'd be like, "Can I get an interview?" I'd be throwing a mic in their face. So tell me. Too cool. Michelle says she had a girl giggling and running through my house one day. She was the only one there. Too cool. Too cool. We have a weird one that we just worked on last night. Did not investigate, but did a case study on. It was kind of a strange one. It's kind of weird. Kind of weird. But oh, I noticed something else I wanted to talk about. Y'all, I don't know if y'all have seen this or not, and I'm not going to mention any names or anything like that. My box has decided to come watch with me. Cool. And it all stopped. That's too cool when you told them if I pissed off Sasquatch showed up with a shoulder mounted launcher, maybe. Right? I might run on that one, John. Yeah, if he's there with a freaking launcher on his shoulder, yeah. A shoulder mounted Sharknado launcher. Yeah. Yeah, I think that might get us to run. I might run from that. I don't think anything in the haunting category would make us run, but yeah, I think a pissed off. You wouldn't even have to have a shoulder mounted Sharknado launcher. I mean, I think just anything, just a pissed off Squatch. Oh my God, I know where Sasquatch lives. Do you really? She was also making train whistle noises. Too funny. I heard a little girl say "choo choo" as a freight train was passing through in the distance in my bedroom. That's too funny. Once we ran out of ammo. See, that's the thing about our team, guys. And I'm gonna get back to what I was talking about because I definitely want to mention that before the time's up. But that's the thing about our team. We're all armed. Pretty much everybody on our team is armed. So if it's just a pissed off Squatch, we're taking a corpse in to prove he's real. Yeah, well, not only are we armed, but we're armed with very high calibers, very high caliber weapons. And the funny thing about it is you can't even tell we're armed. We'll go on investigations, and if no one ever says anything or asked or anything, then no one would even know. They would not even know. Johnny's having technical difficulties. I am. What's wrong? Am I not coming through? So my family's probably way out in the boonies. Well, let's go. Let's do an investigation there, Michelle. Man, right? The sound is choppy. I'm sorry. It's on you guys, not me. John says I'm fine on his end. If it was me, it would be everybody. That's why I always ask everybody when someone says there's an issue with buffering or freezes or audio. If it's on my end, it would be everybody, but it's not. That's on you guys' end. Sometimes you can go out and come back in, but I wouldn't do that right now. I would just kind of muddle through it because we're about to stop. But I wanted to talk about something really, really quick because it's for some reason it's happened quite a bit here lately. But there's been 3 post on Facebook where teams are asking people for suggestions on where to go investigate. Um, when I see that, I understand it because you do want to go and investigate. That's why you spend all the money, the hundreds of thousands of dollars, not hundreds of thousands, but hundreds and thousands. I probably have spent six figures in my lifetime on investigations and equipment and gas and batteries and all that stuff. But uh, that's why we do what we do, is to go investigate and to get the evidence. And you can't have evidence if you don't investigate. So I'm not knocking any team for going through social media asking, hey, how can we? Um, I actually came back and then it's fixed. Okay, cool, Morgan. But uh, choppy on my end too sounds like a skipping CD. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know why it's more than one person. But John says it's fine. Yeah, exit and come back. Yeah, it must be YouTube. Maybe that's what it is. But so I don't knock anybody for for doing that, for going on and looking for ghostly interference. Maybe going on and looking for an investigation. So I'm not saying that. Here's what I'm saying. It just brought up an issue with me whenever I saw this three different times from two different teams on the internet asking people for ideas on where to go. Um, what they should be doing is calling teams in that area and asking them, because that does, excuse me, that does two things. It finds them somewhere to go to investigate, a legitimate place, and it also lets that team know that, hey, we're going to be in your area. It's just a common courtesy thing. Um, I could see how one could easily spend hundreds of thousands of dollars investigating. Oh my gosh, yes, no doubt. It wouldn't take long at all. But I don't knock anybody for doing that, going on social media and saying, "Hey, where can we go?" I don't knock anybody. Here's my whole point to the whole thing. Um, Build your reputation. That's the biggest thing. Get your credibility in order. Get it to where you don't have to do that. I've said on here many a times. I say it in the class, that Beth, our case manager, has threatened my life, threatened my well-being, threatened my existence if I go and look for investigations. She says, we are having enough time trying to handle, we're booked, or we stay booked. We're having to take extra time to get together and do case studies because we have clients that have been waiting on their evidence for too long. Um, and we don't go looking for investigations. We don't go seeking out investigations ever. Now, there's some sites that John will see, or I'll see, or Beth will see, and they're like, "Hey, that'd be cool to investigate there. Let's see what we can do about getting in there." And we'll have people, "Hey, you ever done this?" We'll say, "Hey, yeah, if you can get us in there, you can go with us," and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's places people want to go. Um, but if if you have to go looking for investigations, then you haven't done your job. You haven't built your reputation in the paranormal. Um, we get people calling us all the time. We're actually kind of trying to take a break a little bit right now from new clients because we're getting so far behind. Um, but I say we're taking a break, but if someone calls, it's just desperate. We'll go. But we do what we do. But we'll always be there to help. But we don't have to do that. And Beth will tell you, when she does initial interviews, she asks people, how did you come up with us? And they're like, you're the first name that popped up when we started talking about this, either on Google or in the paranormal chat or whatever. You're the first group that people started talking to me about, the same. When I told them where I was at, they said, "Oh, you got to call CAPI." Yeah, definitely. I mean, get that reputation, get that credibility. All right, get that knowledge, that where you don't have to go look for stuff. Excuse me. I apologize for the coughing, y'all. I have felt like crap today. But um, get that reputation, get that respect in the field, that where people will, when they contact paranormal societies or paranormal chats or other groups, where they always, people always, the first thing they pop out of their mouth, oh, you're Central Alabama, or you're North Alabama, you're in the Southeast. Oh, you need to talk to CAPI. That's who you need to talk to. And when they look it up on Google, it kind of pops up CAPI, and then they find our phone numbers and call us. And um, it we don't go looking for it. I'm not saying we're any better than those teams. We are better than a lot of teams. I'm not going to lie there. Um, and that's not me being bold or patting myself on the back. That's just comes from a ton of freaking work. Um, it didn't. It wasn't easy getting where we are at. I promise you. So just get there, get that reputation, so that you don't have to go on there and do that. All right. There's many different ways to do that. I do offer a class for new teams and new investigators. Um, we offer paranormal hauntings one-on-one class, but also with new teams, um, the pricing's different and the class is a little different because we throw in, little details on how to build your team and how to get that respect and notoriety. I could see how one could easily, yeah, I already said that. That's so true. Or research areas, research if there's a team for that area, give a few calls and set up appointments. Yep. I can name one that's taking a while. What name one what? I'm on the way. I'm the one they always mess with. Not my fault. They're mad at you. Turning on the stove, turning on the microwave, hitting me in the head with Texas Pete. Oh my goodness. At least it wasn't my Alabama sunshine. We don't have Alabama sunshine anymore. It did sunshine today, though. I have to admit, we did get some sunshine today. Well, guys, I love you so much. I'm going to get off of here. I'm gonna go take something for this cough because it's really, really kicking my butt. Um, and the stomach still, bleh. So I gotta go eat some ice cream or something, kind of settle my stomach. Email me who you're talking about, Morgan. Mm-hmm. I can name an investigation that's taking a while. Well, yeah, email John the name of it, and he can work with you, and it won't take a while. I promise you. Once I put John on it, he'll make it happen. And you can go with us, Morgan, if you give it to us. Oh no, he wasn't talking about. He was talking about the area, the site that Morgan was talking about. I mean, that Michelle was talking about. Was it Michelle or Morgan? I don't know. Anyway, I'm confused. Doesn't take much to confuse Johnny. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for making it another successful show, as always. Um, oh, there's.
Now me just realizing I forgot there was cat.
There's Coach. We're just now signing out. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here tonight. We will see you guys next Sunday. Even if I don't feel good, I'll still be here. We'll see you guys next Sunday, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. I want you guys to do me a huge favor sometimes this week. I don't care if it's a friend, family member, or someone you meet on the street. Make at least one person smile, because that's exactly what we need the most of right now. Love you guys. Have a paranormal week. Good night.